better than that. You've done all your work all the way. Do your business. Okay, now you're switching off. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him back into this. You're better than this.
Let's do it.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching.
Let's do it.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on.
Let's go.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his back.
One, two, three, four, five. Are you all right? One, two, three, four, five. Say, come to me.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Let's fight.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely.
Dolphins, Stingrays, Whales, oh my, and throw some and Sugar Ray. What a pleasure it is. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Perfect counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Nice counter shot. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this time, walking into an arena with such nice people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about it.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. And he scores with the counter. Nope, that jab not going to score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
A straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. One punch could change everything in this battle. Punch, counter punch. Counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook won't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not... There's the bell for round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. Exchange punches. Good counter punch. Nice job blocking the hook. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two fighters are made for one another. Straight right just misses. They miss with the jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could... And there's the bell to start round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect punch. Good counter punching. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being used. They're the size of an average man.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Those counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. On to the 5th we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure.
Sugar Ray Leonard, can you believe it? Just got knocked down. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair. The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Look at his corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the count. Get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round.
Switch on.
Let's start the 6th. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? The perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That right hook won't score. Nice counter. Beautiful counter shot. That punch lands. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell? Here we go. It's round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That jab misses. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. And Sugar is in trouble. Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. And we enter the 8th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Can't connect with that right hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Walk away from each other and then run right back. Hold it right there! And Sugar Ray is rocked! They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. So the jump.
All right, I went over the rules. And bye.
the fight. Now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Let's fight.
Okay, focus, focus.
Big deep. Stand by.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing?
Let's do it.
If you want to win this fight, I need you to switch back on.
Let's go.
Back into the fight that round. That's his round. Get your mind back on the job. What are you doing?
feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. You're witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. Before the events, I would practice, but it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know why they ain't clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, where art thou? There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like a can't shout. I'm getting even 4-2-3, I'm like a calm cow. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. Hitting the game even though I spy. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman. Yeah, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I'm moving like a hitman. You know I get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman. I go in and get the job done. They don't want none.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Terrence Bud Crawford.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. So here we go. Should be a good one. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter shot. Good counter punch. That hook won't score. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. counter punch caught him clean. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. How about that time counter shot? You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Perfect counter shot. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. A perfect counter lands. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? And they are giving us action. Lucky that hook didn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the...
Starting to make mistakes and not switching up.
On to the third. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing. Did you see that? Crawford in trouble. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. squeezed. And down goes Crawford.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Both men. Here's the bell for round 4. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident. Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A straight right just misses. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice exchange here from both men. His stamina is off the charts. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Has to be careful for that. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. A straight right just misses. Good counter punching. That hook was off target. That counter shot lands. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
And he scores with the counter. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Beautiful counter punch. Insane action. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
Get your mind back, get your focus.
This is the beginning of round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Nice counter. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? He misses with that straight left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see.
What are you doing? Don't worry about that round.
Here we go. It's round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook doesn't score. There's a counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Counter punch right up the middle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's boxing back together.
And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Putting the pedal the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. He threw a punch and just got countered. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Missing with the left hook. No surprise.